It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? This is the only fun Survivor podcast. My name's Jake Shadell. Each week I asked my best friend Thomas Powell if you did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how's it going this morning?
Jake, I'm doing great. What are you doing to celebrate President's Day and all of our fine presidents?
As I do annually, I will go to the local mattress store. They're having a 50% off sale. So I'm buying half a mattress. The sale is they take half of your mattress off. Isn't that weird? But I'm just inclined for a sale, you know?
Yeah, well, you get it at a discount.
Yeah. They say
That's why it costs so little. It's because you only get half the mattress.
They say, BOGO 50%. And I'm like, oh, buy one mattress, get one 50% off. How perfect. But what they mean is you buy one mattress at full price and then they slash it in half. Why would you do that? Seems like a bad business plan.
Yeah, come on.
But every mattress store, every year, hey, happy President's Day. What are you doing to celebrate President's Day? Naming all the presidents in order?
Man.
Off to a great start.
Could I do it? Have we done this before? This feels like a bit we've maybe done.
Yeah, probably. Let's do it again. And do it in song, please.
Oh man, I forgot what the song was. That was a good way to remember it for a while. But let me go through. Do you got the presidents pulled up in order? Do you got a list?
Yeah, I have a list of all the presidents, men.
Okay, so it's Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Quincy Adams, Jackson, Martin Van Buren. I think it's William Henry Harrison after that.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler. Is it Zachary Taylor after Tyler?
That sounds right, yeah. I just...
Why you said you had a list.
Sorry, I'm distracted because I'm just thinking of like a guy named Tyler Bean. Just like some bro
President
named Tyler Bean president.
Just a guy wearing cargo shorts.
Zachary Taylor Thomas is who you were on. That's not right. Zachary Taylor.
Yeah. So that was 11 I was up to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is where I get tripped up because there's a point later where I get tripped up too because I know it's in some order is it Millard Fillmore after this?
Sorry, I just got back to the...
Is it Pierce?
Millard Fillmore, yes.
Okay, and then is it Franklin Pierce?
Mm-hmm.
James Buchanan?
Killing it.
Abraham Lincoln?
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Johnson?
Your favorite guy, right?
Yes, of course, we love him. Great president. Don't look at his record. Then Grant.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Rutherford Hayes after Grant?
Rutherford Hayes, not to be confused with the actual president, Rutherford B. Hayes.
Yeah. So Rutherford B. Hayes.
Hey, how about this? B. Hayes.
Oh, B. Hayes.
It's like, what's his name? Austin Powers?
Yeah.
Austin Powers
B.
of the president.
Austin, separate but equal powers. Austin separation of powers.
Sure.
But
Austin separation of church and state.
Okay, shut the fuck up. We've got Rutherford B. Hayes.
Yeah, B. Hayes. That's what we said before. B4.
Yes. Okay. This is where I get tripped up because a lot of these presidents are super interchangeable. I know who they all are, but
okay.
I'm just trying to remember the order of them. Is it Chester Arthur after him?
Arthur does
Garfield.
come after him.
President
but yes, Garfield, the lasagna man. And
it's Garfield, then Chester Arthur, because Garfield gets assassinated.
Mm-hmm.
Then is it Benjamin Harrison?
No, you're forgetting one. Another cartoon character. Or
is it Grover Cleveland?
Grover Cleveland, yes, indeed.
So it's him, then Benjamin Harrison, then Grover Cleveland again.
Yeah.
Then McKinley?
We love a two-time president. That's right. Named after the mountain.
The Mr. Mountain, the president.
That's what they call him.
After that, I want to say it's Teddy after that.
That's right. Wow. You're killing this. I didn't think you would actually go this far, but you're getting into like the modern ones.
I'm
now.
pretty good at this. This is another part of it too, where it's like, I'm trying to think of who. Is it Woodrow Wilson after him?
No, you're skipping ahead again.
I am skipping ahead.
And you can't pass this guy up because he is not moving, you know? He found his spot in the White House and he has not moved.
It's oh fuck. Our largest president who became a Supreme Court justice after that.
His last name is anagram for a word you could use to describe him.
Taft.
There
it's
we
William
go.
Howard Taft.
William Howard Taft.
So yeah, Taft. Then it's Woodrow Wilson, correct?
That's right. The Walt Whitman of presidents.
I think it's Warren Harding after him,
That's
Mr.
right.
Return to Normalcy. Mm-hmm. Then Coolidge.
Killing it.
Then it's Herbert Hoover after him, right?
That's right.
Then FDR, then Truman.
Now we're into the colored
Eisenhower.
Pictures, so yeah, these should be easy going forward.
Yeah, Eisenhower, Kennedy, LBJ, Nixon, Jimmy Carter.
Nope.
Gerald Ford. Sorry,
I can't believe
it's very
you
easy to forget the president from Grand Rapids.
GR's own president, Gerald Ford. Yeah.
I just said recently that they should destroy the Gerald R. Ford Museum and replace it with a monument to the guy that invented Pop-Tarts, who apparently is from Grand Rapids. So
yeah, have you ever been to that museum? Recently.
I've been to that museum so many times.
I don't think I've ever been inside, to be honest.
Oh my God, we went there all the time when I was a kid.
I feel like I've been outside at like local events a lot, but I've never gone inside.
Yeah. I've been outside of it recently because I work very nearby. So occasionally when it's nice out on my lunch break, it's like it looks nice over there. So it's a nice place. You walk down by the river or whatever. But anyway, apologies to Grand Rapids. He wasn't even born here. He was born in Nebraska. But Gerald R. Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, William Jefferson Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Hussein Obama, Donald J. Trump, and Joseph Robinette Biden.
Speaking of Grand Rapids and other Robinettes. Great job. That's all the presidents, but actually, I have a list right here, and it says all the presidents are Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman. Can that be right?
Yeah, sorry. You got a big magnifying glass that you're looking at the DVD cover of that with. Like, hold on.
I didn't expect you to remember all of the presidents in order.
I am always remembering the presidents. Look, did I get it all perfect the first time? No, but I know them all. I just need to settle in my head, and sometimes I forget what William Taft's name is, but I know who he is.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what's really important. Have you seen this show hosted by Rob Lowe called The Floor? Speaking of reality TV.
I know all about The Floor, man. I'm walking on it all the time. I'm familiar with it. I have not watched it because it looks like a fucking terrible show.
You should go on and do the presidents. That should be your subject. Everybody has a subject, right? And then you have to do trivia on that subject. Yours should be the presidents in order. It's a good show. It's not the show we're here to talk about, though, Thomas. That show is, in fact, called Survivor China. Thomas, did you watch Survivor China last night?
Not only did I watch it, I finished it.
What an exciting development. This week's episode was called A Slippery Little Sucker. How do you feel about that episode title?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. First aired December 16th, 2007. How old would you have been December 16th, 2007?
December 16th, 2007. Boy, howdy. It's hard to say how old I would have been, but if I had to guess, I would say that I was 16 years old.
I would have also been 16 years old at this time, just like the day that is in December 16th, 2007. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. This was in the era when they were still doing the episodes on This was when they were still doing the finales on Sundays. So the number one movie of the weekend is still the same movie, but it only lasted that one weekend. What was the number one movie to finish out the final 2 weeks of 2007?
Okay, so this was the only week that it was number one.
No, the one we talked about last week, the Golden Compass, was that right? Or maybe,
Yeah, well, it was Golden Compass, and then it was something else, wasn't it? Wasn't it some Robert Zemeckis thing?
yeah.
Beowulf? Was Beowulf one of the ones last
I feel
week?
like Beowulf was a couple weeks ago. Anyway, whatever it was, it is no longer. This movie is new this week, and it lasts in the number one spot through the end of the year. What is the movie?
New this week, number one spot till the end of the year. Is this a Christmas movie?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
I have not seen this movie, I don't think, though, so I might be wrong. Do you want the writer, director, or the cast? Or another hint?
Whatever hint you want to give me.
Okay. It is written by Cormac and Marianne Wiberly.
Wow, that really does very little for me.
It was directed by John Turteltaub.
This really is not.
Thomas. This is a sequel to one of the most quintessential movies of the era, of the mid-2000s.
John Turteltaub.
Yeah, a real guy who
boy.
directed a real movie. Do you need the cast?
Yeah, give me some cast members.
I'll go lowest to highest build, because when I tell you the highest build, it's going to be super obvious. Helen Mirren, Diane Kruger, Ed Harris, Harvey Keitel, Jon Voight, Nicolas Cage.
Is it National Treasure 2 Book of Secrets?
That's right.
Yes.
Thomas Trivia Tops. Tom's Top Trivia. Trivia Tops with Tom Powell.
That's right. Top of the trivia pops.
There we go. The Jeff Probst recaps the season by saying they went back in time. Did he say this at the beginning too? I kind of recall him saying that. It just feels like
They played Back in Time by Huey Lewis and the News.
Yeah. There was a whole Huey Lewis and the News themed season, and we all loved it. At camp, they celebrate their alliance, making it all the way to the Final Four. Very exciting stuff. At the reward challenge, they have to conquer Jeff's version of the Great Wall of China. This was fun.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, the Great Wall of China, Jeff's version.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I mean, look, what more is there to say about the challenges this season? They're all pretty good.
Yep. Now that we finish the season, we can say good job on all the challenges in China. They have to complete a puzzle to make stairs, comfort, and advantage in the game. They get pizza, beer, soft drinks, and brownie. Amanda wins and decides to take Todd. This was nice. We love the two of them, right?
Of course.
Your two favorite people. Amanda took Todd because she doesn't trust him. Pretty smart. Pretty smart from Amanda.
Yeah, that's good to take someone, you can maybe... Sure, it gives you an opportunity to air some things out with, and then they can't talk to other people.
Yeah, exactly. Todd assures her, though, that he is with her. There's a lot of people saying that they're cool with each other when you can't be so cool with so many people at this point in the game. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
At camp, Denise's...
Can't be cool with everybody.
God, you can't be cool with everybody. Speaking of not being cool with everybody, Denise is sad that she was not chosen. She was never the popular kid growing up. Did you love this?
I would also feel kind of bad, but what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Survivor.
Do you think popular kids were like, I was never popular growing up? I was always chosen last. Or do you think that...
There definitely are people that... Look, I've seen celebrity late night interviews. There are definitely people that were popular that try to say that they weren't. But, I feel like some people were like, no, I had a lot of friends.
Yeah. I would hope so. Todd is worried it's going to be girl power and he'll be voted out. Were you worried for our good boy Todd at this point?
No. No, I was not.
Did it feel like Todd was putting this on to alleviate whatever?
It certainly did.
Courtney eavesdrops on their conversation. But remember when she and Todd were eavesdropping together, and now she is eavesdropping on Todd? Isn't that interesting? Full circle, Jeff.
Very interesting.
Very good.
How the turntables.
Exactly. Todd asks Amanda and Courtney if Denise is the next out because he is extremely paranoid. Then they do the Fallen Comrades segment, and they light firecrackers for everybody. This was fun, right? Did you watch this?
Yes, I loved them lighting the firecrackers.
The Ashley Massaro bit made me very sad.
Yeah, it's a bummer, especially with recent news.
Yeah. Jean Robert, I literally wrote in my notes just in parentheses, thanks, Vince. We don't need to get more into it. Jean Robert said he annoyed people, and that's only part of who he was. That was very funny. Jean Robert is the type to say, I was popular in high school. I don't know what the problem is now.
Yes. Because I knew how to talk to people because of my poker playing skills.
Poker Face, Lady Gaga, took that song after me because of all the poker I was playing in high school. Immunity challenge, I have to stack dishes. Amanda wins this one too. Another classic challenge.
I love this one.
Yeah.
This is great.
Were there any bad challenges on this season?
No. I mean, not anything notable at the very least.
Dave got naked that one time. That was not great, but like the challenge overall was
you
pretty
loved
fun.
it. All you could talk about was how much you loved it and how you wish that you could have been there to also get naked.
I do love to get naked with numerous people. It's one of my things. And if Jeff Probst is there, even better. At camp, Courtney, Todd, and Amanda agree to vote for Denise, and Amanda guarantees that she won't vote for her. Amanda, I don't understand Amanda's plan at this point.
There's no reason to do this.
At Tribal Council, they talk about the uncertainty of the vote, and then Amanda tells Denise, I said I had your back a while ago. No, you didn't. You said that literally last scene.
Well, Jake, here's the thing. You can focus on this all you want, but you're not focusing on the real problem. Which is that someone made a face when she said that,
God.
which is the rudest thing that you can do.
I can't believe... Okay, all the praises to Survivor China. We've been singing them the whole season. But Jeff, let people live. Like, what the fuck? Why do you have to call them out like that? That was so ridiculous.
It's also like, it was a warranted face, but it was an awkward moment.
Yeah.
That's when you make that kind of face.
Like, I know we're always saying in the modern era, like, be more engaged with the people and, like, what's happening. But don't call people out like that. Like, you're going to blow somebody's game up if you do that.
Jeff is a messy bitch, and he loves drama. And he was going to be doing drama there. That's just how it goes,
For as fun and dramatic as this tribal council was, don't you think it would be more fun if it was a fire-making challenge instead? Excuse me, not a fire-making challenge, a forced fire-making challenge.
Love a fire-making challenge, don't we?
Yeah. We love to see four people build a community together and then just kind of like, hang out and talk to Jeff about what's going to happen the next day instead. And then do fire. The thing is, as much as we give shit to the fire-making challenge, I am always rooting for a 2-2 tie in the final four vote. To see the fire-making challenge.
Yes.
It's like, they can't come to a consensus. That's exactly what you would expect from them building a community this long.
As like a special last-ditch effort, it is entertaining.
Yeah.
When it's there every time, it's not.
Yes. Okay, so back at camp.
Because it's also something that you don't prepare for at that point either. Like, that's one of the reasons it's good, is because it's like you know that there's a possibility of it, but you're not going to prepare that much for it because, like, it's not a good use of your time. Yeah. You should be trying to get votes on your side.
Right. That's the game. It's all about the votes. Jeff, did you forget that? Amanda is mad at Todd for calling her out at Tribal, but they wake up the next...
He didn't even call her out. He just made a face.
I know.
That's all he did.
I would be like,
And she
be
was
mad
like
at Jeff.
so mad about it. This is the best thing to do. Is like when you get caught looking like an asshole at Tribal to be like, well, it's your fault for noticing.
Yeah.
Like, you made me feel bad about how I fucked over Denise.
Yeah. I loved how Amanda, too, was like, oh, I gotta, like, you know, I'm trying to save her jury vote. And then she votes her out anyway. She knew the votes were on Denise. Or she knew Amanda knew the votes were on Denise. So she could have put one vote on, was it Courtney? Or, yeah, she could have put one vote on Courtney. Like, who cares? You're all going to the final three at the end anyway. And Denise maybe would have appreciated that you kept your word. I don't know. I had to look up who all everybody voted for in the final because I never pay attention to that part.
You didn't look up who all everybody voted for?
That's funny. They feast, they burn the camp.
I was Lost. I don't know if you're familiar with the show Lost.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the show Lost. It's my favorite show I've ever got on
We
TV.
never talked about it on the show, so
Yeah, I was actually inspired by Survivor. Did you know that? Did you even know that? They burn the camp, including Jean Robert's Louis Vuittons. Good stuff. Really loved. I think that's a good tradition in Survivor. Burn the shittiest person's clothes.
yes, I think they should do it every season.
It's always satisfying to watch. We can't watch you burn. Apparently there's laws against that, but we can watch your clothes burn. Let's talk about these wildlife shots. On the traders, we had huskies, and I think that was it. They called them wolves, but they were very clearly like huskies or some other kind of similar type dog. Anyway, at Survivor, we had frogs, we had the moth on the pizza, we had the bees, we had the birds, talking about, you know. We had the macaque, and they gave a little coo that was very cute. We also got what looked like an Asian hornet. You know anything about these Asian hornets, Thomas?
They're pretty big, if I remember correctly.
They're not to be confused with the giant murder hornets that we had to deal with a few years ago over here. They're not the same animal, but they are closely related. These ones have a velvety black or brown thorax with yellow stripes across their body. Where can they be found, mostly?
Probably Asia. I think we have these in the U.S., though, don't we?
There are some in the U.S., too, as well as Europe. How big are they?
I'm going to say they're 6 centimeters.
Hey, buddy, how many inches is that?
Okay, whatever. I'm going to say they're like half an inch long.
Try twice as hard.
They're an inch long.
Approximately an inch long, give or take a couple centimeters. How many individuals can be in a nest at any given time?
I'm going to say probably thousands of bees.
God, Thomas, you were so close. It's actually thousands of hornets.
Thousands of hornets.
Yeah, these are specifically the hornets, not the bees. But speaking of bees, what do they hunt?
Do they hunt bees?
They hunt bees, yes.
Oh, I don't like that.
When the sun comes up on a sleepy little town down around San Antonio, and the folks are rising for another day, round about their home. The people of the town are strange, and the
I would love to hear about Reddit getting mad at us.
Okay. So we...
What did we do this time?
Seriously, literally nothing. Remember Kryolyn and Cardad's son Carson from a couple seasons ago?
Yeah.
They started a podcast that went for a couple episodes. They apparently revealed too much, and CBS came after them, and they had to shut down the podcast. So there was
What did they reveal? What was too much that they revealed?
I don't know, something about the casting process. I, of course, did not listen. I just read people's comments on Reddit. Apparently, they just revealed too much about the production process. I don't know. But they shut it down. For the time being, I don't know. Maybe it'll come back. But they literally said in the post, this podcast has been shut down. So I commented, hey, if you're looking for a Survivor podcast that hasn't been shut down yet, check this one out.
You got to read the room there, bud. People
got
probably
so
weren't too
mad.
happy about that.
People got so mad. They were like, "How dare you promote your podcast?" It's like you're missing a Survivor podcast in your weekly content consumption. Here, let us fill that role, and nobody got it. They were like, "Did you really?" Somebody said,
"This is a real Larry David moment for you."
I don't think I've ever seen so many downvotes on a
whole bunch of
comment.
Susies in the comments being like, "Jake, you piece of shit! They just canceled this, and you have the fucking nerve to come
Yeah.
out and promote your own podcast."
Yeah.
You're like, "What? What?
What'd I do wrong? I'm trying to help.
What? I got a podcast. They don't have anyone. They don't want to listen to anymore."
Somebody said, "Did you really promote your own podcast by insulting a podcast that has ended?" And I was like, well, one, I didn't insult anything. I used the same verbiage that they did in the post, but okay. And two, I just commented, "Yes," with the purple devil smiley face emoji. People didn't like that
people
very
really
much
liked
either.
that. I bet people love that.
Talking about trying to grow. Trying to grow.
Smarten up, Probst.